I do believe we are live. So I'll say, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for joining me again on another conscious evolution. I was crying just before stream. One of our friends that would join us in yoga had passed away on Sunday. Her name is Maria. I know you friends probably don't know her. Some of you friends who join yoga do, but we'll think mindfully of her playing the kalimba. Oh no, I forgot my second screen. We'll play the kalimba until I'm satisfied, and then I'll go and fetch it quickly. Zano, Enjoy, and Shan, and Jovan. So much love to you, dear friends. Birthday girl into the space, Maxine's birthday as well. We're gonna talk about anger today. Part of me is angry that someone dares pass away. You know, I'm thinking about Frank Ostaseski's interpretation that grief can be selfish. And like I noticed that for a second in myself, how someone dying made me angry for the fact that I can't get to see them again. Oh! Okay, the universe is sending blessings. Kan ik hem opmaken? Zo nou. Zit mijn is almost in a. This is the universe playing coy with me. This is so cool. It looks a little bit weirdly tensioned. Like it's not perfectly done, but what is, right? Should I be angry that it's not perfect? Or should I be happy that it is something? Lesson coming to my mind right now already. It's probably like a more elegant way to do this, but I am a savage. I am a cave person. I am a... This is for grandma. Like I told you friends that we're trying to get one of these flowers printed. And this is what they look at scale. Look like at scale. And that's kind of good. Doesn't look great. The printer they're using is kind of trash, but I'm sorry, this is my mind does. It's like, yeah, it's great and all, but I can see pixels. Like I'm seeing like imperfections, and it's definitely the printer's fault. Open sesame, I say. There we go. It is free. A psychedelic flower manifested into space and time. This is the one grandma chose. And I didn't tell her because it would freak her out, but I did catch a monster in this flower. You see that little dude? He has like scaly cheeks. Yeah. Look at that. Man, the universe is so weird sometimes. Like I didn't bargain for feeling this many things at the same time. Feeling grief, having lost a friend, feeling gratitude for this flower right now. Feeling anger, low hum anger as well. I noticed a lot of irritability in myself today, and I can feel it dissipating. Didn't drink any coffee, still not smoking any weed. Did eat something. I did actually eat something, so I'm one up there at least. Man, I'm gonna put this away get my tablet so I can see what you friends say. This feels so surreal. Like I feel like I'm in a fever dream or something. Is this happening right now? Is this actually happening? Are we a humaning right now? So surreal. Love is true, dear friends, even in anger. Especially in anger, maybe even. I'm back in a second. Yeah, I'm coming. Dankie mama. Wanneer gaan ouma weer terugkom? Gaan hy in een stuk daar aankom? Ons gaan hom met bubble wrap of iets hier dan. Ek probeer nou 'n plek kry om neer te sit vir nou. So net vir nou. Dis cool hè, Eva? Gaan my daar dan kry. Lean cookie machine. Staai besket al droog. Okay, cool. You know, I was gonna play kalimba, but I feel the moment had passed. I feel I got the instrument of my heart played instead. So I'll open it up and connect a few friends. That is what is important after all. Love. I want to hear myself. How are you friends feeling? Have you been angry? And if you've been angry, what have you been angry about? And if you've been angry about something, how much of that anger is in the self, right? Today I woke up to mom calling me since 6 a.m. No, technically 6:30 a.m. Telling me to package rusks. And I'm like, oh, okay. Packaging rusks, are we? And I'm like, part of me rees. And I accept. And then my mom, on top of the rusks, tells me to make dough as well. And at first I say no. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna make dough on top of having to package things. And then I do it anyway. And while I'm doing it, I'm going through these narratives, right? Fighting, actually like angry and then I realize, I'm like, wait a second. Sure, there was potentially something that could make me angry, but now I'm the one making me angry by repeating this injustice, perceived injustice in my own mind, not having time to do anything else, you know. And I tried. I want to say I decided to stop. I tried to stop. And then I notice a different narrative, right? Still in that angry energy, in that irritable, in that unsatisfied energy. Something new arises. Some new reason for discomfort arises. And then I notice it. And I try to stop. And I want to talk about that today, right? Not so much the fact that we get angry, not so much the fact that people will do things that make us angry, but very specifically, this anger we have internally, right? That anger is almost like a churning, like and like an external event just gives that churning energy more momentum to really get itself kicking. And how can we stop? Is it possible to just not? Is Maxine here? Not yet. We'll give her so much love when she is. We do have Toast Melos though. I was thinking about you yesterday, interestingly enough, bro. Sending you so much love. I don't know if you saw my poem, Duck Dad, but I wrote my poem yesterday very much with you in mind as well. I'm so sorry to hear about Maria's passing. Casting love out into the universe to meet her. I do believe this, in a better place, right? Earth can be pretty enraging, can be pretty suffering sometimes in this experience, but her soul is free. She might not be embodying a vessel as flesh anymore, but the person that she was, the experiences that she allowed herself, the love that she shared with her children, with her husband, with her dogs, that does remain forever and always. Send that heat my way, Doug. So much love. Sam's here too. Did Maria have a screen name I might recognize? It was just Maria. She never joined these. I don't even know if she knew about these streams, to be completely honest. She found us through Ryan's yoga studio. Is that a print for Maltgram? Yeah, it is. It is. Is that for grandma? It is her flower. Your friends are right. Drop starting weather medicine. Woo-hoo. Hey Joe Schmo, it's nice having you, Brother Bear. Sending you so much lovin's. See if I'm not missing anybody. So much love. Again, Kyle, love to you. Exacto Knife. The whole gang is here. So much, right? I was like thinking about this recently about how the RPAN community still exists, right? Like Kristen, I don't know if she's here yet. No, Shell is here though, right? Shell is also one of the RPAN gang friends. Like we had like that community, and even though RPAN has now melted away, we can still melt more. Yeah, on brand. Yeah. Pet's cell phone back. Melty committed your chocolate habanero to the soil in the late night gardening sesh. The bed it's in used to be strawberries. I feel honored to know that there is a plant growing with me in mind. Right? Is that correct? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Tell us. It's Maxine's birthday today. We know. We're looking for her. We're waiting for her in chat so we can lose our minds and celebrate her. She's probably still unconscious, sleeping or something. I decided that after 6 months of agonizing over other people's gardens, I should take a little time and do one for myself. It's interesting how that works, huh? So interesting. I feel it's so trippy that you talk about that exactly, Duck Dad, because that is where some of my anger arose from today, right? This feeling of having to tend to others' gardens while at the same time not having the motivation to tend to my own sometimes, right? And I get enraged by the fact that this flesh of mine doesn't want to be motivated in this direction of work and earning money and creating products, and then selling them to people, calling people and doing outreach. Like, and that's probably my ego as well. That's like kicking and screaming against that fact. And my awareness is angry at this part of me being like, bro, can you stop? Can you stop being such a, you know, little wuss and just do the things you're supposed to do, regardless whether or not you want to do them. And then today, having to tend to other people's gardens, right? Metaphorically speaking, I was like angry about that as well. And I'm like, no, I can't tend to my own garden. That's me. It's hilarious, dude. Thank you for taking care of your garden. Incredible Meltman. Wow. Love you, Brother Toast, always. I already knew. So much love. Shell, it's nice having you. I bid you love too, dear friend. We should spam the Discord with Maxine tags on it. Please do. Maybe we let Maxine rest. We don't know how she is. Maybe she'll use a little bit of birthday rest. Like, she's loved. There she is. Kristen is here too. Was waiting for you, dear friend. Yeah. There we go. We have lovin's being sent your way as well. Thank you, friends. I came here to talk about anger, and all of it has melted away. Melt, I see a future of these flowers printed in high quality acrylic in stunning definition, scattered around a trippy lit industrial warehouse, people lined up outside just to get a ticket in. Toast Malost. Bro, thank you for manifesting that vision with me as well. I also see that. unfortunately doubt myself as we do, right? So I kind of subscribed to the understanding that I'm gonna have to do it virtually first, right? Like I'll have all of my flowers high quality blown up, at scale, and then people can attend that space virtually, right? With a goggle or with their cell phone. And that would be something. It would be something. But thank you, Brother Bear. We'll figure out whose industrial warehouse we can lend. We'll make friends. Like that's so beautiful. Like I don't know if I can completely articulate how beautiful those words are, bro. Thank you so much, Toast. Seriously, guys, I should not be flop sweating at 9 a.m. Are you busy, or I don't understand what flop sweating is? I'll be the first in line, Toasty. You will be one of the people who is, behind the scenes, even Shen. I don't even think you'll need to pay for a ticket. I'm in bed laying under my AC right now. I wilt in the heat like a flower. Oh, I'm just imagining, like, oh whoa. Joy, I'm happy that you're in a air conditioned, environment. I'm angry because every time I leave my headphones on my table, kitty cat Colin knocks them off and hides them somewhere. He has so many toys but chooses my headphones. Apparently there's like something there about mirroring. I'm getting fire my razor by the sun right now. I'm gonna go and get myself a sun shield. It's basically just a cushion against the chair. A sun shield sounds sicker. Like apparently cats, try to mirror our behavior. So they'll do things like play with our earphones because they see you using them. Zana, they're like, oh wow, earphones! I can also use earphones. Steals it off of your table, pats it about a little bit, loses it. Okay. That can be better. Yeah, it's better. Hey, there she is, Maxine. I love you, dear friend. Happy birthday. Your message came through at exactly 4:20. Just so you know, sending you blessings. So much love. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm off to Sedona today. Hike, meditation, dirt touching, tree hugging. I'm going to take this time preparing my mind and soul for the new life. What can that possibly mean, I wonder? Melt says, completely devoid of any information. Yeah, you keep it vague. What does he say? What does that mean? Toasty sounds like an amazing place to hike. New life? Have a good trip, Toasty. Oh, goodness. That sounds incredible, Toasty. So much love. Playing 30 seconds of the kalimba just because I can. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna play some kalimba still. There's still like a spot reserved within this fractal that is the stream where kalimba sounds will be made. There it is. He told us. Yeah, yeah. Toast is gonna be a dad. Toast is gonna be a fucking dad. Yeah, chicken chat. Look, Toast. Toasty Malosty is gonna be dad Toast. It's gonna bring a new smolder Toast into the world. I can't. I'm losing my mind a little bit. I'm sending you energy today. It's received, dear brother bear. We have Lozana and Nancy here as well right now. So much love. Thank you for joining us. Toast. Haven't been to Sedona for years. Best for your new life. Love is true. Duck Dad, Joy, Vive, Lozana, Kamensky, Meldmore, Nancy. So much love. And Toasty Velocity. Thank you, Kristen, for saying hi to our dear friends. I will capture the energy just for you, Nanch. Please do. Melty, that fractal is one we share. I think I was really angry about it, but I was telling myself, I don't really want the garden this year. Turns out, deep down, my mind craves self-care. Yeah, how about that? How about that? I'm happy to share these synchronicities with you. Like I wanna read yesterday's poem to you friends. Like I feel yesterday, was quite intense with the things that we shared, the conversations we went into. This is what the flower looked like. And then this is what I wrote. And I dug that you left. in the midst of the real grunge of the conversation. And I was like still stuck in that grunge. I was like, did I say what I wanted to say? And then I had to say it again in a poem form. And it goes, victim and victimizer, both in the seat of consciousness. Powerful. Peppy, you want to sit on my lap? She's distracting me a little bit. There you go. Yeah, she's a comfy dogger. We'll keep her in frame. She's cuter than me. Victim and victimizer, both in the seat of consciousness. Powerful enough to be or not to be, we show up for this experience. Everything you'll ever witness, but a fraction of infinity. Yet, if even a single moment was missing, it would be the end of everything. All would collapse into the paradox of everything, except suffering. The whole left incomplete. If we refuse what is true, consciousness loves all, the pain, the anguish, especially the feeling of being you. Keep showing up for love. It's what we're here to do. Thank you, friends, for showing up for love. Toast Malost, an entity, a conscious being is going to emerge. It's going to look at you and it's going to see Dad. It's going to see Dad. Oh, you might think about that. Oh, goodness. Eyes look at you, and what those eyes see is Dad. Like, just thinking about it is melting my brain right now. No. Happy birthday to you, Maxine. So much love. I'm feeling quiet today, but I'm here with you, friends. We love you, show. In silence, in lurky murky mode, no matter what, you are seen and appreciated. Thank you for even just listening in. Joe Booger, you're the best. Thank you. Toast for making sure she remembers. Happy another turn around the sun. We love you so much, Maxine. I hope you all feel the love and the energy that we're sending you on your special day. Of course, I'm gonna be a dad in November. Congratulations. There we go. Oh, so much love. That toast. Congratulations. Toast is going to be a dad. The amount of card in the mail for a pair of New Balance. Yeah, yeah. You gotta get them New Balance, and you gotta start wearing belts with your shorts. That's like gonna go full dad on the. Thank you, twins. Thank you, dude, for letting us know. Someone make sure he's got enough ankle socks and khaki shorts. There it is. Yes, I was also seeing the khaki shorts with the belt. Oh goodness, so many emotions. Gosh, Toast. I remember you tripping about dadding. The wholesome chitter chatter between you and Ninja Nanner when he dadded. You're going to be great. Yes. Right? I hope that goes without saying, Toast. You're gonna be a great fucking dad. Oh, sorry for cursing. You're gonna be a great, loving dad. Yeah. Yes, you are. Oh, you're such a cool person. You're such a caring person. You're such a open person. You know, not shut off, not stuck. And I believe that raising a child from that perspective is going to be absolutely beautiful. I look forward to watching the little person grow. Oh, like think about that. We're gonna do this for the next, I believe, a few thousand years. This thing we're doing is gonna be thousands of years. You're like, yeah, okay, whatever, Mel. I'm joking. I think I'm fucking joking. I'm not joking. Gonna watch your child become a 900-year-old. Be like, yeah, I remember 900 years ago when you were not even born yet. How about that, loser? He's like, you can't call me a loser, dude. I'm 900 years old. Oh, I've done so much. Look at look at all of this. Connor is nice. You're dude. Sending you lovin's, man. It's nice having you. I was just about to say the Sam, the khaki shorts, right? If I don't wear a belt, if my pants fall down, also wearing khaki cargo shorts right now. Duck Dad is like in it. Team describes my husband's dress style. When I sip tea. New Balance will never touch these feet. Vans or hiking boots. 900-year-old. Yeah. Things are gonna change over the next few years radically. Right. Like there is a convergence happening simultaneously. There is a an intelligence explosion happening with our artificial intelligence systems. We have more processing power now, and then now again, and then now again, than we've ever had in the existence of humanity. We are actively developing our quantum technology. IBM is actually, doing pretty well. We're figuring it out slowly but surely. AI is going to help figuring out how to use quantum as well. We're going to link that quantum kind of computing power to our artificial intelligence systems. And then we've already figured out CRISPR. Over the last 20 years, we really got deep into it. We understand in depth how our genes work, right? At least we understand in depth from the perspective of, like, think of the ocean and you start swimming down, right? And you start convincing yourself, this is pretty deep. But still there is like infinity depth to go, right? That's where we are right now. We're deep in. We're not all the way there, but with these tools, with our intelligence explosion happening, like the singularity coming, 900 years on the horizon, dear friends. Keep yourself healthy. Take care of this body. It's only going to help. We start the stream with death and have circled back around to new life, right? Right? Like, you weren't here for a toast, but one of our friends who would join on the yoga, Maria, her name was, right? Passing was, passed away on Sunday. And then you, in this, like, and I've known, right? And I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, it's also technically secret, right? But I've known for a long time, I've known for a while that Toast is going to be a dad. But he asked me to keep that information confidential. So I have, and it's been eating me alive every single time I see Toast. That excitement arises in me. And finally, now he told all of us, right, on the day that I learned about this friend's passing as well. So it couldn't be more perfect. Joe Boogs, it's been such a long ride, huh? We've been growing up alongside each other for like 3 years now. Wild. So many beautiful people here. It has been almost 3 years, hasn't it? It's going on year 3 now. It's almost the end of the 5th month. Love you. Blessings to Toast and the new life he's bringing into this world. Hope, huh? How about that hope? I'm trying to imagine being a child, being a 7-year-old in the year 2030. Oh, you're a 7-year-old. The year is 2030. Oh my goodness. What's he gonna see? Oh, the amount of information, the amount of power he'll be privy to. It makes me happy. Yesterday I asked ChatGPT if AI would make mathematicians and scientists obsolete. And what did it say? No answer? Toasty, are you in the States? I do believe so. Will Google be able to tell you what the moon phases were in soon? Will the singularity help? Joy, I believe every single one of us are going to basically have a double, all right? A digital double that is going to be a version of yourself with perfect memory that wants to help, right? So there'll be meta melt in my brain eventually, being like, just knowing what the phases of the moon is at all times. Gateway process! We were talking about you yesterday. We were talking about you from the perspective that Maxine started reading the Emerald tablets. And one of the things that they kind of go into is gateway process. And we were like, yeah, love the gateway process. And here you are, a day later. It's nice having you, friend. Is it? Is it related? Bless me? Is it related to the whole Emerald tablets thing? Yes, Arizona. Happy birthday to Maxine. How are you feeling, homie? Thank you so much for the love. How are you feeling, Maxine? Are you feeling better? Less hurt? How's the process? All right, like, I don't know what to ask. I must know Gateway. How's the process going, Maxine? For what it's worth, what I've seen, right, from your way of showing up just in chat at least, there's been more energy, more love. I love that this community retains its viewers. It's not just random people each day, it's people that have been here since the beginning. Shows how loving and impactful this melt movement is, dude. Thank you, Connor. Thank you, all you friends, for showing up, right? That's what it's about. That's what it's about. And it breaks my brain like it has pretty much all the fractals of myself, you know? Like the fractal of myself that used to be Alan Watts was drinking himself into a stupor because he couldn't understand why he didn't reach as many people as he was supposed to. And now, Alan Watts is exponentially more popular than he was when he was alive. How about that? Isn't that hilarious? No, Alan Watts doesn't think it's hilarious. He's angry. Relax, oh. Relax, Alan Watts. It's okay, bro. Thank you for being a part of the melt movement, Connor. And that's what it's about, dude. It's all of us. Like we're here to almost like reconnect, to consciously evolve, right? To grow as the self, and then to take this growth into our world, into our workplace, into our relationships with our loved ones, with our lovers, with our colleagues, into our creative pursuits, you know. And as we grow together as a collective entity, because we are united as humanity, right? We are a part of humanity. And if parts of humanity get better, humanity gets better. And we are the parts of humanity that are showing up for that getting better, right? Consciously evolving. Growth. You friends make me so proud every single day. Seeing your name to me in that context, right? Like the fact that you friends keep showing up. Seeing your name is proof that love is true, that what I'm doing is loving, right? Otherwise you wouldn't keep coming back. Thank you. I must know. I already have a bunch of copies of my voice telling me shiz on a daily basis. Lol, no thank you. You don't want that, Toast Malost? You want my voice to tell you? You want a version of me telling you, you know, what the weather is going to be like today? If it's the voice, what do they tell you? It is the voices. What does they tell you? What do they tell you? Hi, dude. Secrets of the universe. She's going to be like, says nothing. I'm feeling a bit better in the mornings, but as the days progress, there's a lot of shaking and heart fluttering and palpitations, etc. I've been moving as much as my body will allow and staying positive. Yeah, I'm happy to hear that, Maxine. You're loved, dear friend, and you will get better, right? Not maybe, not like hopefully, you will. Definitively. I see a reality where Maxine flies. So like I'm like, oh, I'm feeling so much better. Suddenly starts flying. It's like I don't think how is she doing that? Like the amount of beauty that I'm witnessing in the clouds right now as well. You want to see? I was imagining like seeing a Maxine fly through the sky. And then I noticed the wispy crowds. That one looks kind of like an angel. Maybe like a messed up angel. Maybe like a goose angel. Angel nonetheless. Hey, daggers! Eva is scratching her ass. Of course, I had to film that. Where's her? She actually got herself a little. Well, got herself. My sister got her a little piece of clothing. Kate! Yes, of course, Kate is here as well. I was thinking about you yesterday. Well, before I was going to sleep. And I was thinking to myself, why can't I just, as I'm thinking about someone, just prompt them? Be like, I'm thinking about you, sending you lovin's. But I was already in bed and my devices were already turned off. Thank you, Kate, for joining us, dear friend. It's nice having you. I hate it here, but I always come back. I feel that part of you that hates it is probably just the ego being like, why am I melting? You know, getting desolate, completely destroyed, having to come to a level of realization that sometimes can be uncomfortable. All right, I need to skedaddle and get ready for work and feed the doggos. Best wishes to all on the continuum. Love you, Nancy. We'll see you again soon, dear friend. Thank you for spending even a moment with us. All right. No, Jovan, always boosting me up on the Instagram. So nice to wake up to. So much love. Love is true. Gateway, thank you for echoing how loving she is as well. Happy birthday, by the way, Maxine. Thank you, Connor. Yo, I seriously got so amped with your post of a new artwork for real. I'm cheering you on so big and so often, Gateway. Your work is beautiful, and your consistency is mega admirable. I love you. Yeah. Love is true. The encouragement, the hope, the what's the word I'm looking for exactly? I think hope is the right word. The hope for each other to succeed, right? Like genuine hope that each other's gonna succeed. Admiration, being inspired by people that actually want to create. Huh? What are you doing? Stop digging in the grass. Like I look at her as she's digging in the grass. I'm like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, dig more? I'm like, no, no, stop. And then she's like, you're talking about me? Yeah, I'm talking about you, silly girl. Your feet are dirty now. You got mud feet. Want to get on my lap? Yeah, prove Joy V wrong. She does got mud feet. Pippi instantly has to go jealous mode. Okay. Let me see. Again, Kate, it's nice having you. Hippo Birdie. So much love from Kristen as well. I've got to play the waiting game as to when my hysterectomy is going to be scheduled. So I'm doing my best to do meditation and breath work to kill the anxiety about the future. Oh yeah, right. The future is coming. Makes me think about so I don't know if you saw it. You don't? No, you don't. You're not subscribed onto the Patreon. So I think I'll read it to you. I think you'd like this one actually, Maxine. It's called Brand New Person. Let's see if the flower's gonna load. There we go. I don't know if you friends see what I see, but that is an entity. You got him face, you got him little wingy arms, you got him legs. Yeah, entity I created. And it's called Brand New Person. And it's with this in mind, right? This waiting for the future, breathing. Okay. And it goes, brand new person, every moment of every day, dying and reborn, your past left behind, your future, something you step into, not quite making it. You only reach the moment. A moment loaded with potential for change, a choice you make to recreate, renew, and remember who you already are. Maxine. You already are, dear friend. These things won't change. It might alleviate some discomfort, but you will still be. This I believe infinitely. We love you so much. Your eyes are the emerald tablet. So much love. I'm getting melted. Right after I see her face in my mind, she appears here, Kate. Thinking about Katie as well now. Kate. To Toasty. He's going to be a dad in November. Yeah, you know, I've always loved this space. You friends inspire me every day. This is the way. Toasty, congrats on the wonderful news. It's also Maxine's birthday. If we're gonna remind people, it's baby Toast gonna be like an English muffin. Joy, I love that. Wait, who's the new puppy? New puppy? I'm talking about Eva. Eva is not new. Stop that! Stop doing that. They're digging in the grass. And they know they shouldn't be doing it, right? Because as soon as I tell them to stop, they're like, me? What did I do? Like, you know what you did. You freaking know exactly. Anger, right? We're talking about anger today. I am here for the mud feet. I always get me out of the lurk. We had Doggo number 3 join the trio as well. Mr. Unassuming. Look at them. Silly beings. Oh, they can be distracting though. My mind is getting hijacked by their cuteness. Gotta love a good Netalurk. I was feeling quiet. Y'all are bringing the good energy. It love. That was beautiful, Melty. Thank you for actively stepping into your future. Right? Realizing that as we're stepping into our future, the only thing we ever reach is this moment. And there it is again. And there it is again. And again. One breath. After one breath. After one breath. Like, and that I shared in that poem as well, like dying, right? And then being reborn. Dying. Reborn. Dead. Reborn again. Is that a toast Melost I see? You want to see, actually? I don't know if I'm allowed to do this. Gobbledygoo. I'm gonna assume that I can. No, Gob is like, no, don't you dare do it. Oh, I can do it. I'm supposed to be doing it. So Gob has been painting a flower. Look at that. Look at how sick that looks. Looks like magic even. I'm sorry, Gob. I know it's not finished, bro, but I remember some of your friends might have even see it. I remember the Arpan vibes. Remember when he painted this on Arpan? There ain't no more Arpan, but Gabi is still creating works of art. Gab, incredible, right? How flippin' sick. Artiste. Artiste. I can't wait to see it finished. You inspire me, bro. Like, Yassi. Like, I've been postponing painting mine as well because I know it's not going to be that good. It's not going to be remotely that good. What is it with dogs and digging holes? I don't know. I guess it's like a sensory thing where they smell something underneath the ground and then they're like, interesting. And then they go to find whatever it is they smell. Eva is like the dog from the movie Coco. Is true, exactly like one of those dogs. They're called Mexican hairless for simplicity's sake. And then the real name is like Solo Squitchly or something like that. I'm sorry for butchering the name. I just noticed the moon. Such a beautiful little slither. Let's see if I can show you. Bah. You're like, where is it, Melt? Let me see if I can zoom in. Where is it indeed? There it is. There she be. A little slither of a moon. Yeah, so beautiful. Okay. Is this the... I think it's fine. Eva is an old as the next life. She's the Sharon of this life to some. My brain's getting melted about whatever that means. But Eva has been with us for long, like 6 years, I think. She used to be someone else's dog, but they didn't really care for her. And she would be a nuisance because she would keep trying to escape the yard that she was being kept in. And then we found her on the streets, and then we picked her up, and we sent into the church group. We found this dog on the streets, and we picked her up so she doesn't get hit by a car. And then the people whose dog it was told us to keep her because she's a nightmare. She can be a little bit nightmarish when it comes to her behavior. Like, she's a naughty girl. Like, she will dig in the trash and stuff sometimes. And, you know, like jump on the counters. And I think the space out here helps. It gives her a little bit of room to spend her crazy. That looks amazing. So much love. Yeah, Gab is blushing. Oh my goodness, what a deity, Gabi. Yeah, celebrate. That's a nice flower. I was there in that Arpan stream, right, Natalie? Like, you can feel that energy come back. It's Melty's design. But I admit that I've been slaying the color choices and blending and shading. Yes, you have, dude. I just made black lines, so contort them into a fractal of itself. You're making the art right now, dude. Lady Moon, right? Short for Zolo, yeah, short for, but I still don't know how to read that word. Do you know, Natalie? That word scares me. XOLOITZUINTLE. Z- Zolo itchuskulently. A little fingernail clipping. Yeah, she has long nails as well. We do have one of those little fingernail with the arch that you can like snip their nails with, but she hates it. She hates it so much. She loses her little mind. Need to get back on my arts. Been second guessing myself too hard. Bro, for what it's worth, Connor, and this is like one of those me trying to encourage you by using reverse psychology. For what it's worth, it will never get easier. Like, no matter how much you art, you'll still be like, oh, I suck. I suck so much. You know, and that part of it is hard. Like I was talking to a friend about the poetry, right? I sent him one of my poems and he told me it's shit. And he asked me if he could make it better. And I'm like, I wasn't like a little bit angry, not that much angry, like just like 10% angry, mostly just like, bro, that's rude. And then he misunderstood. He actually commented on the description I wrote about the poem I wrote. He thought that was the poem or it was a poem. And I was like, nah, that was just the description of the poem. And then he was like, oh yeah, your actual poem is fine. It's like, okay, good. Takes the imposter syndrome cap back off, puts it down. Mm-mm-mm. I meant the moon. Oh, a fingernail clipping. Okay. Yeah. Toast. My mind does get melted by these streams sometimes. The amount of lines I have to keep open at the same time can be a little bit exhausting. Meant the moon. Toast meant the moon. Yeah, you friends are right. It is a little toe clipping right now. For me, one of the favorite parts of seeing it this way is if I can still see the edge. I don't know if you friends have that as well sometimes. Like you can still see the moon's circle, but you just see that little slither. I don't know why, but that creates like a sense of awe in me. Google says it is a show lut skinsley. Sholo skinsley. Sholo squinsley. Sholo squinsley. Show squinsley. I'm gonna put it down. I may have butchered it. I mean, yeah, I'm butchering it even in knowing how to pronounce it. I get you. How do you deal with it? You still do it, Connor. That's the only way, right? You can feel that doubt. You can feel that sense of an imposter syndrome, but you still do it. You still and the best thing for me, like I get these bursts of motivation sometimes to create something, right? And like with that can come illusions of grandeur, these fantastical ideas of how beautiful this work of art that I want to create is going to be. And then that motivation fades, and then I don't do it at all, right? So what I've noticed is the only way to have my cake and eat it as well is to have the motivation to make art on a primary level, right? On a fundamental level. I want to make art, right? That's something I want to do. So then I try to break it down. If I want to make art, what am I supposed to do? Like, step one, you make the art, right? Actually do it. And then setting time. Like for me, it's with the flowers and the poetry. I do it every day, right? Like before I go to sleep, I try to make my flower and write my poem. And I do that even if it's not good, right? Even if I feel unsatisfied with it, I'll still put it out there because I know it doesn't make me any less as an artist to post bad art, right? I feel like that's something we should all kind of like remind ourselves of. You're not less of an artist if you have bad works of art, or in your mind, bad works of art, to infant child, your stick figure is the best art it has ever seen in his whole life. Just like, holy shit. A stick on a piece of paper. How's that possible? How's that possible? And yet, the first thing that children start doing, start drawing stick figures. We can see the fundamental shapes. That's the best advice I can give, Brother Bear. It's just doing it anyway. Setting a time, finding an hour, finding 30 minutes in your day where you sit down and try and make something. even if you don't like it, right? On both vectors. Even if you don't like making the art, and also even if you don't like the art that you made, you still do it. And then the next day you come back, and the next day you come back, and the next day you come back. And before you know it, surprise, surprise, your art's gonna be good because you put in the effort. You put in the effort of actually having to fail. Like the amount of failure the amount of failure we go through, it's a little bit, disheartening. But you only have to succeed once. So you only have to succeed once in a work of art to make a beautiful work of art. And then when you get that, it's gonna be so rewarding that you're never gonna want to stop. The moon grommet. It's made of cheese. Yes, dude. You're taking me back now to my childhood. Gobbledygoo. Claymation, bro. I feel like that was like the one claymation show that wasn't that cursed. Like there were more cursed claymation shows, and that was like one of my personal favorites of like my comfort movies to watch. Let's play a game called How Many Browser Tabs Does Melt Have Open? So on this cell phone right now, I have like 32 browser tabs open. And the last time I went into my tablet, I had something like so many browser tabs, like it was like little slithers. And I'm like, what's wrong with you? Oh, you need to stop doing it. You need to stop doing this. And I start closing them, and I'm like, okay. And then still, like you notice your browser tabs, and you're like, do I want to actually close this article that I was halfway through reading? And I know you're talking about the browser tab as like a mental, thing, but it happens with my technology as well. Freaking browser tabs. I heard that, and Wallace's voice got me too. Oh, goodness. I drew a portrait of Wallace and Gromit recently, of course. More synchrony. Gateway just arted and Wallace and Gromit charcoal. Oh my goodness, this is tripping me out actually. That or halfway through the painting, lose inspiration to finish it. Well, yeah, jinx. Yeah, exactly. And then in losing that inspiration, right? In losing the motivation to actually do it, now it just becomes grunge, right? It just becomes like legwork, where you're like, okay, I don't really want to be doing this right now. After having done it, like you're halfway through your painting and you're like, and you leave it. And then the next day you come back. And even if you only make like a smidge, even if you want to make like one line in the 30 minutes you spend trying to paint something, that's progress. And then you keep doing that. And if you do that long enough, your painting will become complete. Also, delete your art. I wholeheartedly agree, Melt. The expression is the key. It just means don't be precious of the outcome. Don't be precious of the outcome is a good way to say it, but don't be so expectant of the outcome, right? Like expectation can ruin so many things, can ruin relationships, can ruin vacations, can ruin a meal, can ruin your own art for yourself, right? Because the level of depth that there is within the awareness, within the imagination, when you try to bring that level of depth into the physical plane, into a two-dimensional plane, right, with a stick or with a little paintbrush that has some paint on it, there is going to be information lost. And when you expect the thing you create to have all of the depth that was in your mind, you're gonna be disappointed. Like it's impossible for you not to be. So expect it to be something, right? And then create that something. And that way you will always be making something, at least. You will allow yourself to be less angry, to keep the topic relevant. Oh, sorry friends, was gone for a while. Had to pick out plants for the mother's garden. Feels great, even with the struggle to see her staying active and gardening with my plants. Makes me so happy to hear that. Damn, those are some words I needed, man. You're loved, bro. You got this, Connor. Little by little, bros, just do it. Do it. You set a time, and then come hell or high water, you do it. And you prove to yourself. You create, like the way I try to articulate this is gathering evidence. You are actively a scientist trying to understand what life you want to lead. And everything you do, everything you eat, everything you say is gathering evidence for this person you want to be. You want to be an artist? You're going to have to gather evidence for yourself arting, right? Less, you can't be an artist because you don't have the evidence for you being an artist. Sure, you're an artist in mind, an artist in soul, an artist in beingness, but if you don't gather the evidence on this physical plane of existence, you won't get to see it tangibly. And the ego likes that, the persona likes that. And it's like taking care of yourself. It's like selfishly loving yourself enough to do the things you don't want to do so that you can do the things you want to do. It's a trip. Is that? No. Griffin, yeah, Joel. It's nice seeing you, dude. Sending you love, Brother Bear. How are you doing? How are you feeling? I'm still waiting for Nancy letting me know about the mathematicians and scientists. I'm still wondering what GPT said. I wholeheartedly agree. Consistency is what I lack for sure. Consistency is where most of the power lies, dude. Most of the power lies there. Because that's the thing that, artists have the most trouble with. Because as an artist, we create from an emotional place a lot of the time. We create because we feel something so deeply and we want to say that, right? We want to express that part of ourselves. But sometimes we just want to be quiet. We don't have anything to say, right? And then we're still expected to make art. That's like where the whole making art your career comes into play, right? Where people just end up wrecking themselves as well. I can't create a masterpiece unless my hyper focus aligns with my inspiration for an extended amount of time joy. Every time I create without either of those, it looks like a dumpster fire. Oh, you see what I mean? It's okay. That's to me the joke. Like, as you keep creating, even if it looks like dumpster fires, right? You can create 500 dumpster fires, and then one of them will be a Burning Man fire. Doesn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying, right? One of them will be good. Like, it's just a matter of actually like pushing yourself through it. Your tablet's RAM looking like dehydrated SpongeBob. 75 browser tabs over my phone, 110 plus unread emails. Oh goodness, 100,000 plus unread emails. It's bad, dude. Your comment made my brain lag. I can't write. Gather evidence and becoming the version of yourself that is able to sustain your manifestations. This is the way, right? That's how you get to be who you want to be. Every day, little by little, being who you want to be. Literally gathering evidence. Oh, look, this is who I am because I am this who I am. And then I show up and I talk to my friends and I am myself. And then I keep gathering evidence for the self I want to be. And sometimes you'll find that there's evidence or there's information that doesn't align with the evidence you're trying to gather. And it will be clear. It'll be painfully clear even. It will feel like making a beautiful work of art, in like soft pastel colors. And then accidentally, dipping your paintbrush in dark blue or black and just creating like pulling a line over these soft pastel colors. Like, you'll be like, you'll instantly notice this lack of evidence or this void of evidence, and then you can correct, right? You can work around it. You can choose not to keep dipping your paintbrush in the black paint and hoying lines over your work of art. You know what I do when I see a dumpster on fire? I stop, watch, and go, whoa, check out that dumpster on fire, yo. I probably do the exact same thing, Toast. That's the beauty of it, right? Like, if art is supposed to get you to stop and observe, actually look and feel something, then a dumpster fire is art, if I can, call anything art, really. Because a dumpster fire probably would make me think, like, what happened? Did it spontaneously combust? Was there something like a battery inside that went bust? Did it get light on fire by someone? Maybe like someone threw their little cigarette butt in it or something. Maybe someone just intentionally lit a dumpster on fire. Oh, yes, interesting. Thinking. Hey, Untitled, it's nice seeing you here, dude. Your friend, sending you lovin's. I made a movie in college called Burning Man Fire. You made a movie? Why didn't we know about this, Duck Dad? I want to see your movie, bro. Yes, goodness, it's freaking cold. It's not that cold. Your friends are like, how cold does it melt? It's, okay, this is the previous measurement. Oh, come on, bro. Why do you need my location information? You don't need my location information. It's 18 degrees Celsius. It's like 60 Fahrenheit. Oh, give me your location. You know where I live, Google. Stop it, oh. Stop. Stop. Yeah, I want to know where you are at all times during the day. Please give me your location. No! I'm going to turn this little button off because it uses extra electricity. Bingo. I'm going to remember that, Toast. Yes, please do. I love that analogy, Toast. Like, a dumpster fire can be something you can stop and actually enjoy. Watch it. Watch it as it burns. I'm gonna pour some light up in here. Okay, and then we're gonna play some kalimba. I feel that choosing to be an animator was a childhood dream. I have been second guessing it my whole life. So at some point I have to show myself I am what I say I am. So Connor, I feel this is a very good opportunity to share this story that I heard this dude tell in some sort of TED talk. And he was talking about his 10-year-old self, his childhood self, who wanted to be a soccer player. And he wanted to be a soccer player so bad that he went to play soccer as a goalie, tried to, dodge or jump in front of the ball to try and stop it from actually going into the goal. And then he ended up hurting his foot really bad, stepped on it to its side and wrecked himself. And his whole ankle was swollen up, but he went back home and he decided not to say anything because the next day he was supposed to go and watch a movie about some sort of soccer player. And he viscerally looked forward to watching this movie to the point where he was willing to accept his discomfort and go and watch the movie with his dad the next day. Next day comes around, dad looks out, sees the weather is great, tells him, yeah, we were going to drive to the movies, but let's walk. It's actually a nice day. They walk 2 miles to the movie with his sore foot, has to drudge through it in pain to get to this place where he watches this movie about a soccer player. Fast forward 8, 9 years, he's studying to become a doctor. And he mentioned how in that space, in that moment, as a doctor, as a person studying to become a doctor, if he had to show his life to his 10-year-old self, his 10-year-old self would have felt betrayed, would have felt, bruh, this is what I wanted. I wanted to be a soccer player. Why are you a doctor? In traditional society's perspective of what success is supposed to be, we can be like, yeah, doctor is good. Doctor is success. Good, you success because doctor. But to his childlike self, he would have been the opposite of his success because it is not the success that child believed it needed. And he was trying to share from this perspective. He shared another story of a woman who would work in hospice care and then said to her husband that if I ever get to the point where I need to be kept alive with machines, turn them off. I don't want to be kept alive that way. And she said this in her 20s, 30s. And then 40 years later, she had ALS, and was kept alive with a ventilator. And then when asked, what do you want? She wanted to continue living, right? So the point I'm trying to make, the lesson I'm trying to share is that it's okay to change your mind, right? I'm not saying change your mind, Connor. What I'm saying is that feeling of having wanted to do something since childhood doesn't mean you are bound to it, right? I believe being an animator is pretty sick, dude. So that sounds like a cool thing to me. And there's going to be a lot of value in entertainment in the future we're heading into. So I feel it's a valuable skill to have, if anything. But you can do anything, everything. Like, you don't have to do just this one thing. Maybe, if anything, you can
create material, you know, like I'm imagining like children's books. Draw little characters if you don't want to like do the amount of work with animating. Like there's so much you can do with that type of skill. Wow, and D is finally warmer than South Africa, North Dakota. It was a joke because it sounds like prawn. I did cage fighting in college, and there's a video of that. It's 52 seconds long because I'm unstoppable. Oh goodness. I'm just imagining getting in a cage with Duck Dad, and then 52 seconds later, I'm on the ground, desolate, wrecked. Okay, I'm gonna play some kalimba. Kind of like gather myself, take a sip of water. We have Kitty saying hi as well. That's my water kitty. Meow meow. Meow. Okay. This is probably not the best perspective. Do you want to see the kalimba or you want to see the trees? Maybe actually, I'm gonna move this. Oh goodness. There we go. Gonna switch back to this lens. There we go. Get the cushion out of frame. Because the sun is, there we go, is setting. Sicketh. That is our kalimba scene. 4 minutes and 44 seconds commencing. Nia, doe dat niet. Dus ik heb hem wel grijpen. Dus ik denk maar recht daar. finished exactly at 17:17 on my time, and there's 17 friends joining. How about that for some synchronicity? How sick! Yeah, yeah, the universe sees everything. Nothing goes unseen. The universe sees you, seeing me, seeing you, seeing myself as you, seeing yourself as me. My mind is getting melted. I have a Pippi sitting on my lap. Sister asked me if I know where the dogs be because she wants to give Eva a bath before she gets dressed in her new little outfit. But knowing Eva, that outfit's not gonna stay clean even if she gets bathed beforehand. I think I'm gonna keep the camera there. It's gonna be a little bit indirect feeling because I have a yeah. I'm talking about you actually. I have a Pippi stuck to my lap now. There we go. Tell us the Ghetto Fight Club, McKitten Pot Pie. Connor, I have talked about it before. Sis in the stream in her school uniform is so cute. I thought she was going to start dancing. That would be sick. Thank you for that. Sometimes I see the goal ahead on the road and it narrows my view of the whole landscape. I feel you're not the only one, Red the Bear. Know that at least. Wait a second. I was in a ghetto version of Kite Club when I was 17. There's another 17 in chat. You knew Maxine. How about that? More synchronicity. Something so surreal about Sissy standing there, so still in that outfit with the music and the setting sun. It's like living the experience of one with seeing a painting. It's so trippy you say that, duck that. As I was looking at the clouds while playing the kalimba, I was having that exact same feeling of like, this is a painting. Like I'm looking at a work of art right now, and it will never be this way ever again. The way the moon is, there's like a star next to it. The morning star, I believe, is peeking out next to it. Little wispy clouds, the tree obstructing my vision. Even the way the infrastructure, the wires look as it's protruding from the ground. The sounds. Thank you, friends, for being a part of this work of art that we call life. All of us are collectively contributing to it infinitely. Dude, that's a great idea. Throw me the details in Discord. I'll see what I can do. Connor, I have talked about it before. A project. I'd really like to get off in the winter in DDF's Kids Garden book using my logos. I couldn't illustrate to save my life. There we go. Reach out, Duck Dad. Make things happen. Like sometimes it helps to know what we're supposed to do, right? Just doing things can be a little bit hard sometimes. So reach out, make things happen. My heart is aligning with that exactly. I had a twinge of surrealism. I'm a real person. Am I a real person? starts questioning for a second. Eva gonna be princess for a day. I bet Eva is so easy to bathe compared to the dogs of hair. She's really easy to bathe. She just doesn't like it either. Holy shit, the safety fails on my cordless nail. The safety failed on my cordless nail. Nail gun? Nail. Like I can imagine a cordless nail gun. But a cordless nail. I'm just imagining nails. Aren't all nails cordless? And then I'm imagining nails that drive themselves. And then the nails that drive themselves have safeties. And then one of them could have driven themselves into Duck Dam. What's happening to my brain right now? I bet you was so easy. Gonna be a princess for a day. Nail gun. I shot it 0.5 milli. Oh. What? Took up a nail in the heart. Are you? Did this happen recently? Are you okay, dude? Like you have a nail inside your chest right now, even though it's not in your heart? Can't kill myself, Joe. I'm not capable of being killed. The immortal Duck Dad. What the hell, bro? Yeah! Protective bodysuit. I've been like tripping out about needing a protective bodysuit. Insects have been biting me and leaving scars on my body. And I got bit by a spider recently. You friends know, and I have a scar. I was probably gonna keep that scar for the rest of my life. And I'm like, bruh, if only I had a protective bodysuit that had air conditioning unit inside of it, that had solar panels on the outside, that also double as screens that I could live adjust to communicate my expression. Also bulletproof, also knife proof. Oh, I suffer so much not having all of this tech right now. Let's pull some cards. I would have to wear it. That's the thing, right? That is the thing. Are we actually gonna wear the stuff we get? Let's see what card we're getting today. This one. Blue? Yeah. It is blue. Look at that. Might be like on the green-ish side of blue, but it's the Healing Waters card. So the core is a blue waterfall coming down. Also has like some spheres of the chakras embodied in it. Healing Waters. How about that? So sick. I thought guys like to show off their scars. No. Maybe some of us. But I don't like getting scars. Period. Right. Like so for instance, just to like kind of like prove you right, Joy, when I got this spider bite and I kind of like accepted the reality of it eating my flesh and then collapsing a massive hole inside my ribs, I was like, fine, I'll have a cool scar. I did say those words. But I'm not gonna, go and like some people actually did that shit. Some people do. Some people are cutting themselves, right? Not their wrists, like their faces or their chest to get scars so they can look even cooler. Healing Waters, right? It is a good one. Let's read what it means. Card number 51, the Healing Waters. Flow, cleansing, and healing. Sending healing energy to our beloved Maxine. The flow of this legendary waterfall cascades over 7 pools. Recognized as a place of restorative energies, these 7 pools were used to cleanse and heal wounded warriors in old Hawaii. The multi-circular geometry of the flower of life is subtly embedded in the rocks surrounding the falls. Out of this configuration, 7 spheres are revealed. Merging the flow of cleansing water with these 7 rainbow chakra spheres provides an opportunity to balance the etheric body as well as that of the 3-dimensional world. This card counsels you to acknowledge the innate ability you already have to heal yourself. And to realize that as you progress towards personal well-being, you will be able to cleanse all manner of unwanted energies from the heart and mind. We're going to be talking about spider bites just before we started reading this card as well. As you stand beneath your shower, visualize the flow as cleansing and rejuvenating your body, mind, and spirit. As you observe the flow of the water in rivers, oceans, or waterfalls, I envision it as, oh my goodness, as the clouds. Look at this scene. This one. The way the clouds are catching the red light right now is magical. So magical. Let me get this level, more level at least. Yeah. Good old OCD. As you observe the flow of water in rivers, oceans, clouds, or waterfalls, envision healing energies. In doing so, you not only support your own healing, but you also facilitate the healing of the heart and mind of our collective consciousness. Each moment towards personal wholeness acts also upon the whole of reality. Each decision to choose wellness over injury heals also the body of our planet. How about that, Joy? Yeah, not proud of scars, but proud of healing. Not wanting to be hurt, but wanting to have all of the good feelings. I'm sorry, I had to rhyme. Card, bro. That's why I wasn't finishing my sentences. It happened as I typed that, bro. Are you going to the hospital? Are you gonna be okay? What kind of spoot? What kind of sport? I'm good though. Watering plants, strawberries to be specific. Healing waters. Healing waters to you, dude. Healing waters to you, brother bear. Goodness, oh, I'm getting nail gunned by yourself because the safety failed. Oh no, I'm getting nail gunned. For some reason, you can't see the moon right now. Come on, sensor. Sense that moon in the corner. Why can't you see it when it's zoomed out? Maybe a little bit. It looks so small on camera. We have a kitty looking over the perspective as well. It is beautiful, isn't it, kitty? Yeah, little red wispies. I really don't care about showing off my scars. However, many of them come with some pretty cool stories. Duck Dad, please be safe. Indeed. We need you, in one piece. Please. Having a peg leg can be cool, I guess. You know, stepping on a landmine and surviving. Pretty cool story. But I like having both of your legs on your body as a self, right? As the self that we all are. Having both our legs is great. Nail or Brad? What size? I'm still feel like I'm fever dreaming right now. Like it's did that actually happen? Will you take a pic of Eva in her new outfit for us? I do that for you. Joy, I'll do that for you. I'll try and get it to be super cute. She's probably gonna be under a blanket as well. Thank you, friends, for joining me once again, for finding yourself in a moment of conscious evolving. Little critters. Here we go. Big leg, yeah. You see what I mean? Right? Like I'd be angry at you if you end up killing yourself by being silly. Don't be a silly goose. Be a duck dad. We love you so much. And I'll see you friends again soon. Until tomorrow. I love you. Better come back into the space tomorrow in one piece. Better do. Love you all. Have a great day. Until tomorrow. Actually, I'm gonna wait for Shan's message. Love you, friends. There it is. Have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I for seriously love you all so very, very supersized, mega gigantically, tremendously, dearly. Melt and all of you wonderfully brilliant friends. Now, you. So much love to you, dear friends. Until we get to do this again. Goodbye, dear friends. Cheers, cheers.